Jermain, how much does that change the mood? Just that one defeat after the great uplift of beating Manchester United at Old Trafford?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, it looks really disappointing. Then it must be disappointing because, yeah, you come here and it's obviously going to be a difficult game. Watford have, they've started the season strong. It's away from home. It's going to be difficult. But I just feel like, when you've been to Old Trafford, you've won. You've got to a good start of the season. And you want to be obviously title contenders. You've got to come to a place like this and win, and if not, get a result. But we didn't speak about the chance that Harry had towards the end. He had a good chance. If he could have headed it down, get a point. But yeah, I mean, of course they're going to be disappointed because it's time now, especially these group of players, to achieve something. Yeah.
Will it hurt because they've got 2 weeks to think about it now?
It's the worst time to lose. Especially when you go away, because you've got the international break then. Some people say, it's great because the fact of you can go and take your mind off it no matter what the result is and then concentrate on international football. But it was the worst time for me, especially, going away in international, because then you've got to come back and you want to try and get out your system. But you still got to go through analysis. You still got to go through what went wrong.
So presumably the players they're going tonight to their teams all across Europe, so they won't get the chance for the manager to actually
exactly
pick the bones
that,
out of
because
it.
I'd like to get it done on a Tuesday or Monday, and you get it done and you can put it to bed. I can go away for 10 days, knowing I've got to come back to still go through analysis, and that was never a nice thought.
How tough's that for the manager then?
It's even tougher.
Yeah.
He wants to get off his chest. He wants to speak to the players that maybe haven't done what they should have done. He's got to sit and fester. It's as you said, it's the worst thing that can happen. Losing a game is bad enough, but you want to ideally play the next Tuesday, the next Wednesday, but to have to sit for a good 2 weeks, it's with you all that time until you get your group in front of you and you can go over it together.
Let's see what they have got coming up then in the next month or so. Liverpool, that first game back, which they hope to do, was at the new stadium. Of course, it's going to be at Wembley. Then they're into the Champions League with Inter at the start of the month. Then Barcelona early in October as well, with Brighton and Huddersfield, and a League Cup game against Watford too. That Liverpool game, Jermain, though, is that quite a nice game to come back to for Spurs in some respects?
Graham's looking at me. I don't know. To be honest, it's obviously, of course, it's a hard game, especially how Liverpool are playing. But I just feel like this Tottenham team, should they really be afraid to play against anyone? Obviously going to Man United, winning, disappointing today. But at the same time, the international boys have got time to go away, clear their heads and come back and regroup as a squad. It's not ideal when you lose. It's always nice when you go away when you've won. But trying to go into that game confident and see what happens.
See, if you're going to be one of the contenders, if you're going to be a big team, you fear no one. This is a punch on the nose. It might be a wake-up call for them to go again. I would agree it was at Old Trafford. Just maybe, although I didn't see any signs of it, some of them in their armchair, maybe not giving it 100%.
That's what the manager was trying to avoid, wasn't it, with those comments in the week?
Yeah, possibly, or he just maybe felt to give the ball away too easily in parts of the game. But if you're a big team, if you're a big player, this is when you turn up. Everyone can be a big personality. Everyone can be a winner in the dressing room when you win a game after game. It's when you have the punch on the nose like this. That's what finds you out. If you're proper or not. If you can, brush that criticism they'll get, brush the disappointment, obviously they will feel, and deal with the next game. If it's the biggest game of your season, or if it's one of the less fancies, you deal with it. You do what you have to do to get back on track.
And to concede two from a set piece, I don't know if it's one of football's cliches or not, that we always say it's worse because you've conceded and lost because of set pieces, but to do it with two, does that make a difference?
Yeah, they'd be very disappointed with that because, like a lot of teams now, a lot of teams have gone possession and a certain way of playing or certain talent, but when you have, one thing that has to be clear is set pieces are key. We've seen in the World Cup. They can determine a game. They can determine a result. And they've lost today. OK, Watford were great second half. But if they defended a set piece as well, they can win this game 1-0. So that would be bitterly disappointing for them. Great for Watford, because they've just won a game off the back of 2 set pieces. But going back to, this Spurs team and the players they have, You know, they got Champions League, they got Liverpool, they got Inter Milan, they got Barcelona, and they've deserved the right to be playing the likes of them. You know, they've been doing it for the last 3 or 4 years. So yeah, this is a blow, but we'll see what type of team you are, because you're going to go and play Liverpool now, who started the season on fire. I expect a response off the Spurs team. If we don't, then it's going to be difficult for them to maintain or challenge anywhere in this league.
See, this is a madness of football, and obviously football's never had a higher profile, but after the Man United game, Tottenham had done everything right in the summer by not buying anyone. Now you can bet somebody somewhere this week will say, well, you know, the squad's maybe not quite strong enough to deal with up-and-coming games.
Well, what options did he have when it was...
Well, so you'd be an advocate. You're saying they should go out and buy, or they should have bought people.
No, I'm not an advocate. I'm just asking the question.
But that's the football business today. Tottenham are a fine team, but there is a large question mark against them. That question mark, can they get over the line? Do they have the character within the group that can push the rest on when things get tough? Well, they're going into the next game with it all on, playing Liverpool, who are bang at it, a really good team. Let's see what they're made of, and that's the price of the ticket if you want to win the big trophies.
Well, they will have some back for the next game as well, because he's an Asian Games winner now, and he'll be back after the international break.
No national service for him then.
No national service as well. Mighty relieved son is coming back here as well.
He's a top player.